So, you just got orders, Fort Sam or Randolph Air Force Base, and now you got about 60 days to figure out where you're going to live in a city you probably don't know much about. Well, here's the good news. I'm going to show you 3 neighborhoods that check off every single box. Close commute to base, VA loan friendly, and packed with military families who've already made the move. We're talking 15-minute commutes, homes starting to load 300,000s in neighborhoods where your BAH actually makes sense. Plus, I'm going to show you how to use your VA loan benefits to get into these homes with 0 down and no PMI. So let's dive in. So here's what you need to know. Fort Sam Houston sits on the northeast side of San Antonio, right off the I-35 corridor, and Randolph Air Force Base, not just further northeast, near Universal City. But here's the thing that most people don't realize when they PCS. San Antonio sprawls. I mean, we're talking 500 square miles. And if you pick the wrong neighborhood, you're looking at about 45-minute commute each way. And that's 90 minutes a day that you're going to be losing. Therefore, location just isn't important, it's everything. Now, the neighborhoods I'm going to show you today aren't just close to base, they're established military communities. Your neighbors, they understand. And they understand deployments, TDYs, PCSs, and why you need to close in 30 days. But more importantly, these neighborhoods have the inventory and the builder who works with the VA home loans every single day. So let's get to our first stop. Neighborhood number 1, Shirts and Cibolo. And if you're stationed at Randolph Air Force Base, this is your sweet spot. You are literally 10 minutes from Randolph's main gate, and Fort Sam Houston about 20 to 30 minutes down I-35. But here's what makes this area special for military families. It was basically built for the military itself, literally. And therefore, you're going to see VA loans everywhere here. The builders, they know them, and the sellers, they expect them. And the appraisals, they come in because everyone is using them. Let me show you what you're working with. Homes and Cibolo shirts are running between $300,000 and $425,000 right now. 3 to 4 bedrooms, 1,800 to 2,400 square feet. But here's the math that matters. With your VA loan, you're putting 0 down. And therefore, that $370,000 home, well, you're not coming up with $75,000 like a conventional buyer. You're using your certificate of eligibility you're in. Your BAH at Fort Sam Houston for 2025, if you're E7 with dependents, is around $2,100 a month. At Randolph, it's exactly the same. A $370,000 home with 0 down in the current VA rates today, you're looking at around $2,400 a month, including property taxes. And don't forget, there's no PMI. That's going to save you another $203 a month right there. Therefore, you're basically covering your mortgage with BAH and maybe adding a couple $100 a month. That's manageable. Now let's talk about why military families love this area. First, Shirts-Cibolo ISD, the school district. It's one of the top-rated school districts in the San Antonio area. And if you got kids, that matters. And second, you've got everything you need right here. HEB, which is our grocery store, Target, tons of restaurants, and you're not driving back to base for the groceries. But here's the big one, military community. Therefore, your neighbors understand your lifestyle. They're not asking weird questions why you leave at 4 or 5 in the morning, and they get it. One neighborhood I would love to highlight here is Crossvine. It's in Cibolo, right off FN 78, which is Farm to Market 78. KB Homes is building there, Coventry, you got Perry. There's a lot of different builders out there for different price points. Homes here range between $300,000 to about $600,000. 3 to 4 bedrooms, but they're closing out soon. So inventory is going to be tight in this area. Therefore, if you're PCSing in the next 90 days, this one might be for you. The commute, you're literally 10 minutes away from Randolph, tops. You can literally hit snooze one more time, and that matters when you've got a 630 formation. Trust me, I get it. All right, so let's hear about neighborhood number 2 then. Stone Oak. This is north central San Antonio, and it's a completely different vibe from Cibolo or Shirts. You're 20 minutes from Fort Sam, about 25 minutes to Randolph, but here's what you're trading off for that extra minutes. One of the most established, amenity-rich areas in the entire city. Therefore, if you're a senior NCO, warrant officer, junior officer looking for something a bit more upscale, this is in your zone. Homes in Stone Oak range around $400,000 up to $700,000, depending on the neighborhood. We're looking at 2,200 square feet or all the way up to 3,500 square feet or more. 3 to 5 bedrooms is very common, but here's the play with your VA loan at these prices. Therefore, you're looking at homes in the $450,000 or $550,000 range if you want to stay close to BH. That gets you a beautiful 2,800 square foot in established neighborhoods with mature trees, resort-style amenities, and top-tier schools. So let's break down the math. $500,000 home, VA loan, 0 down. You're at about $3,200 a month with taxes and insurance, no PMI. If you're dual military or one even has a decent civilian income, this is very doable. And it's quite common scenario that I come across. Therefore, you're building equity in an area that holds value incredibly well. Stone Oak has literally everything. Myself, I lived there for 3+ years. And we're talking about HEB, Costco, the shops at La Cantera, which is one of the best outdoor malls in Texas. You've got restaurants, entertainment, gyms, but more importantly, you got some of the best schools in San Antonio. And therefore, if you're planning to be here for more than one tour, or if you're thinking about retiring in San Antonio, Stone Oak is a very strong long-term hold. One community I'd love to highlight here is Canyon Springs. It's an established neighborhood with homes in the $450,000 up to $600,000. You've got a golf course, multiple pools, parks, but here's the key. Resale market is very strong in this neighborhood. Therefore, when you PCS out to 3 to 4 years, you got options. You can sell and likely make money, or you can rent it out. And Stone Oak rentals stay occupied because of the schools and the location. The commute to Fort Sam, you're looking at about 20 minutes down Stone Oak Parkway to 281, and then straight to base. Randolph, you're about 25 minutes. It's not as close as Cibolo, but your lifestyle upgrade might be worth it depending on your priorities. All right, last stop. And this one's for those who want something brand new. Neighborhood number 3, Bear Ridge in Selma and Live Oak. Welcome to Selma and Live Oak area. This is Northeast San Antonio, right between Fort Sam, Houston, and Randolph. And if you want brand new construction with a military-friendly commute, this is it. You're 15 minutes from Fort Sam, 12 minutes from Randolph, but unlike Cibolo, you're getting newer communities with all the latest finishes and floor plans. Therefore, this is the sweet spot for the first-time homebuyer or who wants something move-in ready with modern finishes. Homes here are running between $350,000 all the way up to $475,000, and we're talking about 1,900 to 2,800 square feet. 3 to 5 bedrooms, and builders like Pulte, Lennar, DR Horton are all in here. But here's what makes this area perfect for VA buyers. These builders do a VA loan all the time, so they're very familiar with all the terminology and all the speeds and all the processes that go along with the VA home loan. Pretty much the whole process moves faster. They know the timeline, they know what the VA appraisers look for, and they're motivated to close. And let's do the math. So for a $400,000 home, new construction, VA home loan, 0 down, no PMI, you're looking at about $2,600 a month, including taxes and insurance. But you're getting a brand new everything. New roof, new AC, new appliances, therefore no maintenance surprises in at least 5 years. And that matters when you're deployed in TDY. One thing I tell home buyers all the time about new construction is when you're military, peace of mind matters. When you deploy your PCS, you like having those warranties that are stuck behind with the home, so that way you're not having to fork out a ton of money for anything that breaks. You get a 1-year craftsmanship warranty, so if any doorknobs or any cabinets become loose, they come in and fix it. 2-year major mechanical warranty, plumbing, electrical, HVAC is covered by the builder. They come out same day or next to fix anything. And then you get a 10-year structural warranty as well, and foundation. So really there's a ton of value with these new homes if you're a military member. One neighborhood I want to highlight is Bear Ridge by Pulte. It's right off Topperwine Road in Live Oak. Homes are in the high $300,000 to mid $400,000. Modern open floor plans, energy efficient everything, but they're building out this phase fast. Therefore, if you like what you see, you need to kind of move a little quickly because they're going to be on closeout soon. Pulte does VA loans all day long, and they can usually close in 30 days. And if you got one of those pre-approvals locked in, even faster. The commute, 12 minutes to Randolph's main gate, 15 to Fort Sam, Houston. You're off base, you're close enough that it doesn't feel like a trek. All right, so here's the bottom line. If you're PCS into Fort Sam, Houston, or Randolph Air Force Base, you've got a lot of options. Cibolo Shirts, that's your closest to Randolph play. Affordable, military heavy, easy commute, starting the low 300,000s. Stone Oak, that's your established, amenity-rich option. Great school district, strong resale, and you're in the 450,000 to 500,000 range on average. But you're getting a lifestyle upgrade. Selma and Live Oak, that's your brand new construction sweet spot. Right between both bases, modern everything, 350,000 to 475,000. But here's what all three have in common. They work with VA loans, 0 down, no PMI, and you're building equity instead of throwing away BH on a rental. Therefore, if you're sitting on orders right now, stressing about where to live, start with these 3 areas. I work with VA buyers every single day, and I know the builders who get it, and I know the best incentives in which builders are offering them. I know the lenders that close on time, and I know the neighborhoods where your BH makes sense. And don't forget, you earn this benefit. Your VA loan is one of the best financial tools you've got. You've got to use it. All my contact info is in the description below. If you got any questions about any of these neighborhoods, about the VA loan process, or anything about San Antonio, please reach out. I'm here to help you out. And if you found this helpful, I've got a whole series on military-friendly neighborhoods, VA loan tips, and PCS strategies. Come check these out, and welcome to San Antonio. Let's find you a home. This is Sharp Moves, and I'll talk to you later.